Excuse the awkward angle. I'm just sat in my garage. I have to share with you 4 moments that have literally happened almost at the same time. In real time, President Biden and Seth Meyers have been out and about. President Biden got himself an ice cream. Nicole Wallace on MSNBC, almost at the same time, had Eric Swalwell, and they were discussing some of the stuff that's really going on with the Trump crackpots. Just incredible. And in real time, on the same moment on Fox News, wow, just a moment of truth. Something's going on at Fox. There are a few journalists, yes, journalists, who are sneaking through telling the truth. And just to round things up, another moment that happened at the same time on another cable news station. And it's only the start of the week, Monday. Wow, take a breath.
When you've been president of the United States and you're known for 2 things, Ray-Ban sunglasses and lace. There you go.
No better combo.
That is...
We've got mint chip, we've got coffee
How
affogato.
about mint chip?
Mint chip, you got it.
And how about sugar?
Sugar cone? Yeah.
Okay.
I was worried you were going to be that guy who asked for all the samples.
We can get you some samples.
By the way, I'm the last of the big spenders in the East, so I can put whatever he's at.
Oh, look at that. I'll do a honeycomb.
Honeycomb?
Yeah.
Would you like that on a waffle cone?
I'll have it the same way.
Sugar cone? You got it.
What do you got here?
There you go. That's your drink for the day. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Got a little cash. If anybody want ice cream?
Yeah, okay.
Can you turn the camera? Do you want any for real?
Yes.
It's not a bribe.
No, I got a little.
Thursday. Why don't you order now, Mr. President? You're going on Thursday. Why don't you now?
I've been planning to go Thursday. What I didn't know is my good friend apparently is going.
And will you meet with migrants while you're there, Mr. President?
Well, I'm not going to announce ahead of time. Secret Service doesn't like me announcing exactly what I'm doing.
You guys so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for all
Could you give us a sense of when you think that ceasefire will start, sir?
Well, I hope by the beginning of the weekend. I mean, the end of the weekend. At least my national security advisor tells me that we're close. We're close. It's not done yet. And my hope is by next Monday, we'll have a ceasefire.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much.
President Biden put on the table more tough border restrictions than any Democratic president in history, came to Congress, Republicans agreed with him, and then a bunch of Republicans walked away for political reasons. So I think he should do both. I think he should do the policy. I think he should say, here's some of the things we've already done. Here are things we're going to do more of. We need to get more resources. We need to get shorter wait times. We need to get all of those things that were in this bill. I hope he says all of that, but he should remind people that he came to the table and said yes, and conservative Republicans walked away from it to help Donald Trump. That's not an unfair thing to remind voters of.
So during the presidency, I had notebook, and I just moved, so I just found some notebooks full of people from inside the White House that Trump was right about one thing: the place leaked like a sieve, telling me how batshit crazy he was.
I think, again, these guys, they're all in for Trump. They've turned this Congress into the largest law firm in D.C. that works on behalf of just one client, Donald Trump. And so all they know reflexively is just, to do whatever he wants. So if Trump says no Ukraine funding, no Ukraine funding. If their own most conservative members strike a border deal, but Trump, it clicks for him that this doesn't help him politically, they're going to kill the border deal. And frankly, I think as Democrats, we have to show voters who hate politics that this is Republican efforts to put politics over people, and we want to flip that script, and everything we do is to try and put people over politics.
Let me ask you this. What is it that Democrats want from the Department of Justice when it comes to the Smirnov use in the impeachment sham?
Yeah. Well, it's very clear that Smirnov was working with Russian intelligence by his own admission. And the Republicans are so eager to put this out there just to beat up Joe Biden in furtherance of never accepting him as president. So we do want to know, what notice did you have of his lack of credibility? When did you learn that he was not a credible witness, and why would you continue to do this? Because now, if you look at who they've relied upon in their investigation, they have someone who was indicted for working essentially as a Chinese agent. They have someone who's been indicted for working essentially as a Russian agent. They have another witness who is serving a 14-year prison sentence. He's currently imprisoned. So they're just relying on the least credible people because they never will accept Biden as president. And so anything that furthers delegitimizing Biden, even if it means aligning with Russia, they're all in to do that.
Before you go, sir, I just want to ask you about the Republican results in your home state of South Carolina from over the weekend, and this somewhat startling result from our NBC News exit poll, which said that 36% of voters in South Carolina believe that Biden legitimately won the 2020 election. That would mean that 61% said no. I mean, what's your reaction to those numbers, and what does it say about the state of our democracy?
Well, that is within the Republican primary voters. Mm-hmm. Now, when you're getting 61% within that, then you've got to deduct people who are not voting in that primary. And I don't think you're going to get a 61% showing any kind of majority. I think the majority of the people of South Carolina believe very strongly that Joe Biden won and won fairly. I do believe that you will continue to get those kinds of results among Republican voters whenever you poll them in their primaries, but that's not the majority of the American people. I do have some concerns about our democracy. I have been talking about this now for a long time. When I raised this issue back in 2018, that I did not believe that Donald Trump was planning to leave the White House, I was chastised for that. People criticized me saying I didn't know what I was talking about. Well, I think everybody now sees what I was talking about when I said I consider Trump to be a Mussolini and Putin a Hitler. And I still hold to that. And I think that people are beginning to see what I was talking about.
All right,
And I've just realised I am rubbish at ad-libbing, making jokes and trying to keep a straight face when giving you the breaking news that white powder has been found at Don Trump Jr.'s house. He called in the emergency services.
Breaking. Multiple fire trucks and men in hazmat suits were spotted outside Donald Trump Jr.'s home on Monday evening after he received a letter containing an unidentified white powder inside of it, according to two sources familiar with the matter.